Chapter 9. The Place Where No One Has to Go. What is interior to the place where everyone has to go is another realm. A higher realm, a deeper realm, a realm which is made of only that which is the greatest in the self. This realm is the place where no one has to go. In the center of this realm there is a throne, and on that throne there is the Mother, the Goddess. Sitting astride this throne there is another, and on that throne sits the One, her Lord and eternal Son. All that inhabit that mystical place worship these two, the Goddess as the Mother of the Self, the one who does everything, and the One, her companion without equal, the one who can do anything. Any who, with whole heart, worship these two, for they are not different from each other, arrive in that place, hence no one need go there, and yet those who love these two dwell therein. The place where no one has to go is beyond all other realms. It is the innermost realm of the self. It is far away even from the place where everyone has to go. The splendor of the realm even outshines the perfect world. There are things there that simply cannot be described in words, and yet it is the jewel that outshines all else that is truly cared for there. The love between the One and the Goddess. It is reality. It is the self. It is the highest principle. Its glory is without equal. It is what turns the wheel of that place. This realm is the playground, the castle, and the theatre of the One and the Goddess. It is also their workshop, their classroom, and their temple. Turning towards each other, seeing nothing else, this is where the One and the Goddess go to the places where no one has gone. They do the things that no one has done, and they go deeper into reality than anyone else. Teaching lucidity to each other, they move faster than anyone has moved, go deeper into the dream, hold more power, and ultimately become more lucid than any other being. In many respects, this place is similar to the perfect world. The beings, the atmosphere, and the way of life are all subtle in the same respect. People build anything they need for themselves and for others. They live in communities of their brethren, work for their own pleasure, and spend most of their time in sharing the joy inherent in the fabric of reality. There are some important distinctions to be made. Firstly, the One's realm is essentially unknown to all save those who inhabit it. This includes the residents of the place where everyone has to go, and the other higher realms. They who live in the One's realm can leave and return at their will, but those who do not reside there cannot move freely to that place. The only means of travelling there without being one of its number is to be taken there by a resident, although such movements are extremely rare. Thus its existence need not be known by any save those who have entered it. Further to this, people there generally do not like or get on with those of the other world, in most part because they do not see eye to eye on reality, on the nature of the self. One such difference is that the inhabitants of this place are beyond the net, and are one with the being and the force. Thus they are unmanifest. Therefore, even the lowest among them is before the highest creator. They remain aloof and unknown to them as a preferential existence. Regarding the daily life of those who live in the Mother's realm and those in the perfect world, two differences are apparent. The first is the lack of money. The merit-based currency that is the economy of the place where everyone has to go is absent there, and yet all that one associates with its use, that is the trading of constructed items, performing services, the employment of celestial planes for inter-realm travel, and so on, still go on in perfect order. The realm is built such that the inhabitants being limited and their hearts devoted to the One and the Goddess, the keeping of a monetary economy makes little sense. If one wants something to be done, it will simply be so without much encumbrance on any party. Hence life may tick over smoothly there in the absence of a monetary economy. The second is the means of communication between those that live there. There is a method of speaking. It is hard to refer to it as speaking, for it is communicating through subtle states of mind that precede speech. The concept and sentiment, especially when felt strongly, is more powerful before it is ever compressed in two-word forms and then relayed as such. This style of speech captures that and is essentially using the mind to construct deep meaning into very fine utterances of simply a feeling or an image, or the two of these in combination. All of this is done in an instant, making possible conversations that impart a wealth of meaning without ever uttering a word. Those who are adept in this practice can convey even that which cannot be passed into speech. Holding these forms of dialogue, whether arguing between lovers or discoursing on the highest reality, they can communicate at incredible speeds. The inhabitants of the perfect world are not so inclined to this type of communication, and prefer to speak with one another verbally, nevertheless, very energetically. When the last of the relative knowledge resolves in this realm, then the One and the Mother enter control. This is where all elements, power, energy, and knowledge are available, where the Deity creates dimensions and conditions automatically, and plays in them with freedom. When control stops moving, then the beginning has been reached. This is waking in the Unmanifest, where nothing but the undivided reality is. It is complete isolation, wherein there exists no external references, only the being.